Euclid's Elements, Book 3, Proposition 12. If two circles touch one another externally, the line joining their centers will pass through the point of contact. Let's start with circle ABD. We're going to call this A, ABC. Okay, and if we take the center of that circle and we call this F, and we have another circle that touches it externally, okay, and we call this circle ADE. We take its center and we call this, say, G. Then what I'm saying is, here's what I'm saying. I say that the line joining FG passes through the point of contact. In this case, A. So if I join F and G, then it will pass through the point of contact. Now this is a proof by contradiction, so we're going to assume that it doesn't and show how that leads to a contradiction. So let's assume when I join FG, okay, that it doesn't pass through A. So if it were possible, let's redraw F and G. So we're just going to have to relocate F down to here. We'll relocate G down to here. So this is our new G, here's our new F. And now when we connect these two lines, when we connect F and G, you can see that it doesn't pass through the point of contact. It passes through C. We'll make this point C, and we'll bring D over here just to keep everything nice and clean. So let's show how this leads to a contradiction. So for the moment, we're going to get rid of our old centers, and we're going to use our assumed centers, the joining of which doesn't pass through the point of contact A. So now we can, let's move A over here just a little bit. So now let's join FA and AG. And so now let's see what we have. In this circle, in circle ABC, we can see that FA is equal to FC because they're radii of the same circle. And in this circle, we can see that AG and DG are radii of the same circle. So these two things are equal. So this is equal to this, and this is equal to this. And so if we took one of each of these, if we took this and this, and we added it to this and this, then they would still be equal. Equals added to equals are equals. So if we took, let's take FA and add AG. Well, that is going to be the same as if we took FC and added DG, because we're just taking one of each of these two equal sets. And notice here, FC and DG don't quite meet. We still have this little piece right here. This little piece I'll put in red here, CD. And so if we added that little extra piece over here to this side, DC, we're going to break our equality, right? Now we're adding a tiny bit extra. Therefore, if we add all this together, this side is going to be greater than this side. So what we can say now is that this combination, FC plus DG plus DC, now is going to be greater than FA and AG. And what we can see now is that all of this together, FC, DG, and DC, all of this is just equal to FG. So we can just say FG is greater than the combination of FA and AG. So this line is greater than the combination of these two lines. But we know that in any given triangle, any two sides taken together in any manner are greater than the third side. So we know that FA and AC taken together has to be greater than the third side, FG. But wait a minute, this is absurd because we're saying that on the one hand, FG is bigger than these two lines, and yet here we're saying that these two lines are bigger than FG. So FG is both greater than these two and less than these two, which is of course absurd. And what gave rise to that absurdity is our assumption that connecting the points doesn't pass through the point of contact. Therefore, we have to get rid of this assumption. Therefore, we're left with our original claim that the points of contact for G and F pass through A and not some other weird way. So since we've proved that, we conclude QED.